Man. What's going on, people? What is going on? You are now tuning into the Heavy Hitters. Let's do this, Johnny.
Golly gee, guys!
Uh, what's going on? I want to know if anybody that do this Johnny reference at the beginning. For one of my favorite movies of all time, Roll Bounce. What the sweetness tell him? Let's do this, Johnny. Oh, Lord have mercy. What's going on, people? What is going on, man? As you already know, it is Wednesday night, which means you are getting a taste of the Heavy Hitters. 3 minds, 1 goal, 1 hell of a show. As you already know, I am your usual host, the 6th man himself, K Styles. Stage left over there, as you already know who that is. That is the mad scientist, the Senator Palpatine of the group, Mad Mike Sports. Right. Execute. Plan. But before we do that, there's always got to be a little calmness in a room. As we call him the calm before the storm, the minister himself, Jew, talk, sports. And as we say, we are your heavy hitters, ATL, for the week. So, before we get started, we gotta hit them with that one. We gotta hit them with that 1s and 2s and 3s, man. What is the 1s and 2s and 3s we hit for them, fellas?
That
Well, that was also Michael Buffer shit right there, boy. Like, goddamn, I'm ready to bust somebody in the mouth. But boy, I'm telling y'all, man, y'all know what y'all gonna get every time we come on, but today's roll call, man, we're gonna kick it off with Joseph Thornton, Darnell Partridge, call himself Mr. Adamsville, TL Sports and Gaming, Brian Peoples, ATL Leo. We got Michael Walker, not that Michael Walker. We got our homie Juan, the Falcon therapist, John St. Clair, Nicholas Williams, Andrew G, Kind Equation Arts, Terry Martin, Keyshawn Vlad, John Higgins, Pody TV, Tony Wright, Rob Banks, D. Coleman, Toxic Falcon. We got Jamarius Gilliam, aka that's one of our homies right there. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to him as well, as he's giving you some of the knowledge on the game of the Falcons as well. Got my people, Sonya, she's in the building. We got YMOF Jamal, Bubba Gump, and Big Mel, and Antonio Holloway. And Mucho Grundy done popped in here. So, we gonna get to it. Hey, not 1, not 2, but 3 keys for the Falcons. In 3, 2. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get into these 3 keys, man. As we already know, man, this definitely was a short week. as we know, tomorrow the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers are going for round 2. And I'm going to just say it like this. I know in the situation that the Falcons are in right now, you really wouldn't necessarily say this, but I'm going to say it. This is a must-win game here on multiple reasons. First of all, you want to stay within their playoff race. Second of all, you don't want to go down 1-3 in your division. So, as the lovely people here watching us, and we also appreciate y'all as well, we're going to kick off our 3 keys. And today we got the minister going to run point for us today and kick us off with his key to victory. The floor is yours, G.
K-Styles, get the graphic. There it is. First key to victory. Button up your chin strap. This is going to be one of those games where you know how you see those guys that's trying to look cool out there. Like you know how Deion used to have one strap just hanging. This is one of those games where you're going to have to button up both chin straps for this game because we know that this is going to be one of those physical football games. We just played these guys less than 10 days ago. And that first game went back and forth into overtime. And they played a similar game to the Falcons style. The Carolina Panthers, they ran the ball. Foreman gave us everything we wanted in that first game. 3 touchdowns. He pretty much ran up and down through our defense like a hot knife through butter. So in this game, this is going to be one of those games where you know it's going to get bloody. You're going to get punched in the mouth. We both have that similar gritty style. In this game, I really think that this is going to be one of those you got to button up your chin strap type of games. It's going to be one of those bar fights again. One of those games where it's going to get real nasty in the trenches. And that's why I say button up your chin strap is going to be the key to victory. Like in this game, we know both teams want to run the football. I'm not too sure. I believe P.J. Walker is supposed to start in this game at quarterback again for Carolina. But we know that they want to run the ball. That's what they want to come out and do in this game. They don't want to throw the ball all over the field. They want to rely heavily on that running game. And we seen Sunday with Cordell Patterson being back for our Atlanta Falcons. We literally seen him run through somebody's face. As I was talking about running through somebody's face, Marshawn Lynch, we literally seen him go and look like a ram, bucking right through a guy to score a touchdown. So in this game, I expect the Falcons to run wild in this game, to be honest with you guys. Tyler Algier, he's coming into his own, y'all. 9.9 yards to carry, almost a first down every time he touched the ball last week. 9 carries, I think, for 91 yards, something like that, or 10 carries, 91 yards. Crazy. So in this game, this is going to be one of those button up your chin strap type games. We know these teams really well in our division. Carolina, the Bucks, the Saints, all those games don't matter. You throw the records out the window because we know, especially the way that last game ended, with DJ Moore catching the Hail Mary and then it coming down to them missing all of those field goals for us to get back in the game and actually eventually win the game. We know that they want revenge, but this is a game, like K-Style said, it's a must-win game. We got to have it because the Buccaneers won on Sunday, so we're neck and neck. And right now, we've literally lost to the Saints. We lost to the Bucks. We need to sweep the Carolina Panthers to kind of give us that edge. We know that those division games are kind of like the games that count as like a 1.5 games when it comes into the standings. So this will be huge if we can sweep Carolina because Carolina beat the Buccaneers, if I'm not mistaken, and the Saints already. So this will be a huge win for us if we can sweep them. And then we still got the Bucks and the Saints later on. But this game is button up your chin straps. It's going to be a real physical game. A short week, so we can kind of turn the page really quick. But I expect it to be a nasty game. I expect this to be one of those games, sneak preview, because I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to do the X Factor video sneak peek. This is gonna be one of those Rashaan Evans type games, because this is his style of football. Him and Troy Anderson going downhill, those linebackers and the guys in the trenches coming downhill. This is gonna be one of those games we got to be ready in the trenches, because it's gonna be a physical football game. But that's pretty much all I got, guys. I definitely think it's real simple. It's gonna be 2 yards in the cloud of dust. That's this type of football game.
Hey, man, shoot. Hey, like we always say, man, whatever it takes. This is that time of year where you have to win by any means necessary. If you have to incidentally kick somebody in the nuts during the play and make it look like you didn't do it, you got to do it now. But Mike, what you feel? What you feel about that? What you feel about that?
Jude, that was such a super awesome key. That's super awesome. Absolutely amazing. I couldn't have said it any better myself. That was just absolutely amazing. Jude, this is a must win. This is an absolute must win for the Atlanta Falcons. You can't come out playing. You can't come out half-assed. Let's keep it real. You can't come out half-assed, and this is a must-win for them. I've always stated that the Falcons have to come out and if they really truly want to change the culture, then this is the time. No more excuses. I don't want to hear nothing about Mariota or Desmond Ridder need to be at quarterback. I don't care if Kyle Pitts is half-assing it. I don't care if he's catching passes. I don't care if he's had. I don't care about whether or not CP needs 40. I don't care about none of that. Get it done. The end. We can sit up here and talk about what guys need to be playing, which guys don't need to be playing, but this is where the culture, and if you want to change how people think of you, find a way. I see a lot of people say all the time that, you know, we only won a few games. And one of the things that like really irritate me is that they say the Falcons, the win against the Panthers, the first game, we didn't play well. I completely disagree with that. I disagree with that because we've always stated when you get opportunities to make a play, when you get another chance, when you get another breath, you got to take advantage of it. The Falcons took advantage of their break. When they missed the field goal, that was the Atlanta Falcons' time to make something happen, and they made something happen. Not every game is going to be pretty. You're going to have some ugly wins, and you're going to have these games where you do everything wrong, but the ball bounces your way. This is it. So get it done, man. Get it done. If you really truly want to change the culture, man, find a way to get it done. I don't care if it's pretty. I don't care if it's ugly. I don't care if we're lucky. Get it done.
Yeah, man. From what I'm hearing from people saying that this is expected to be one of those raining, sloppy, nasty looking games out here. This is the way that the team philosophy has been built, the way you built this team. This is your weather right here. This is your weather type of game. You get see my thing started tripping. But when I started saying I
thought I was going crazy.
Yeah, I'm about to say, man, 69 Triple X life coming here, but we start tripping. Like, well, you see that? See, we need to be like, yeah, leave. Just because we need to stop talking about sloppy, wet, and stuff like that. Because now we all this girls gone wild ass shit in the chat room. But yeah, your team is built for this weather right here. This is how y'all been running y'all offenses all year. You gotta be like you gotta be like Unc from next Friday when he said, "I'm feeling a little X-rated." This is the type of game you do it on. But I definitely agree with you, Jew, man. We can't hold nothing back here. I need to see some teeth missing after this game. So let's go ahead and get to key number 2. And we're going to pass it to Mad Mike Sports.
The key. I'm gonna just. Oh. K Styles. Get that graphic.
There you go.
Okay. So the reason why this is so important, dead man walking. Dead man walking. Everybody wonder why I picked this and I chose this.
He's got the cat red ass and black. I said, hey.
This is how fans are going to be looking at Kyle Pitts and Marcus Mariota if they don't get their issue together. Just like this. This is how people are going to be looking. They look. They're going to be some dead man walking if they don't get their together. If they do not get it together, this is exactly how people are going to be looking at them for the rest of the season.
Kyle Pitts, Mariota, as your Lord and Savior, as the Lord of Darkness, you two better figure out what is wrong, or I will feast on your souls.
Mm-hmm. This is how people are going to be looking at them. They're going to want to put them in the ground. They're going to want to bury them alive if they don't figure out how to get the ball to each other. I'm going to say this. I'm going to just say this. As a quarterback, wide receiver, a tandem, I don't care if you run routes well. I don't care if you run them. You don't want them. Don't care. It's your job as the quarterback to make sure that he catches the damn ball. That he's thrown the damn ball. I don't give a damn how it gets there. It needs to get there. You need to be after. Look, y'all need to be in the parking lot. Y'all need to be sitting in the car together playing. Look, you catch, toss. Look, you toss it, I toss it. You catch it, you catch it. You need to be a leader, Marcus Mariota, and make sure that Kyle knows exactly what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, and you need to be telling him, this is what you need to be doing. Period. He's the leader of the team. And this is not just Kyle Pitts that has the problem. We're seeing the same issue with Drake London. We're seeing the same issue with Cordero Hodge at the time. The ball is just not getting there. For whatever reason, the passing game is the only thing in this offense that has not improved. And we can sit up here and say that wide receivers and offensive linemen aren't doing their job. But I see it improving. I see the wide receivers improving. I see the offensive linemen improving. I see the running game improving. The only thing that's not improving is the passing game. So they don't come to one conclusion. The quarterback. I seen Matt Ryan take a whole vacation in California with his wide receiver core, the running backs, the wide receivers, tight ends. He did that himself. Have y'all heard some stories about Marcus Mariota sitting the court, the wide receivers down, the tight ends down, and saying we need to get this together? Let's be real. Have you guys heard it? K-Style, Jude, have you heard anything?
Nope.
Hey.
No.
Yes or no? Look, we want to put some music on? Put the music on. I want to know if you guys, it's a yes or no. It's simple as that. Have you heard any stories of Marcus Mariota spending extra time with his wide receiver, running backs, or tight ends? One note, two note. Nope. That's four. Just right there. How long? What's this? Which week this is?
Mike Sports. This is week 10.
Yeah. 10 weeks.
The Falcons have to win this game. So as the ministry of the heavy hitters declare that the Falcons win must not only be necessary, but the Carolina Panthers must be obsolete and rest in peace.
Look, William, I don't give a damn about winning or losing. I don't care nothing about that. This is what leaders are supposed to do. If I'm the leader, Jude, let me ask you a question. Your wife got a problem that she can't fix in the house. She don't know how to fix the toilet. She don't know how to use the computer. Let's just say she don't know how to use the computer. She don't know how to use the phone, but she got a problem in the house. You know how to do all that stuff. Are you going to tell her, hey, do this and do this and do this and do that? Or are you going to go do it your damn self and make sure it get done properly?
You got to step up, man. That's what leadership is all about. And that's why I kind of did the video with Arthur Smith talking about, what he said about Taquan Graham. I got a couple comments like, what was he supposed to say? Well, I've seen numerous coaches, throw their players under the bus in that situation and say their player got to dive on the ball and not try to pick it up and run with it. But he pretty much backed Taquan Graham and say he just tried to make a play. So it's like what Mike is saying. At this point, you got to step up and do it. If Marcus Mariota, if this is your team, if you're the leader of this team, you got to tell these guys, let's stay after practice and let's work on these routes, because what it's really about, and we talked about this a little bit before the show, is the chemistry. Like you said, it's mainly body language when it comes to running routes. You got to know what the player's going to do before they do it. And that comes with repetition. That comes with practice. Those guys got to get out there on the practice field and basically he need to be asking Kyle Pitts, what's your favorite route? When I break the pocket, this is what I'm looking for you to do. We've seen it numerous times out of guys like Aaron Rodgers. When he breaks the pocket and he had Devontae Adams and the guys that he was familiar with, they know what to do. If you jump off sides, what's what is Patrick Mahomes gonna do? You seen him do it on Sunday Night Football this past week. You jump off sides, he gonna throw it deep. He gonna tell all his guys go deep, and he gonna just take a shot. He threw a pick on the play, but they know what to do. So that's what it comes down to. As the quarterback, your wide receivers gotta know what to do, and it comes with time. But like you said, as the leader, you gotta step up and say, "Look, guys," especially because we got a lot of young guys. Kyle Pitts, Drake London. At this point, Mariota is the elder statesman. So he got to be the one to say, look, guys, we got to stay out the practice. We got to work on these routes, especially because he knows that he's a scrambling type quarterback. So when plays break down, you guys know what I'm looking for, and I know what you guys are looking for. Because on the plays that I've seen, those guys are not on the same page. You know what I'm saying? They don't know when he breaks the pocket. When the play breaks down, they don't know what he's going to do. He doesn't know what they're going to do. He looking for them to break up field. They coming back to him. So they don't know what to do. So it comes down to those guys getting out there on the practice field on their own spare time, not doing regular practice. This is after practice. After you do all your obligations, then y'all go back out there on the practice field and you go throw the ball around with those guys to get on the same page. Because it was numerous times on Sunday, and I think Kay talked about this earlier this week, where over half the pass, about 70% of the targets went to Drake London and Kyle Pitts. And I know in the red zone a couple times he's seen Drake London in man-to-man coverage, and he tried to throw the ball to him, but they weren't on the same page. Like he kept throwing the ball out of bounds. So you can't be selling the ball over these guys' heads. These guys got to know. He got to know what they want from him, and they got to know what he demands from them. And that's something we've seen for years with Matt Ryan and Roddy White, Julio, Tony Gonzalez. Those guys were on the same page, and they knew. We've seen numerous times we go into no huddle, Matt Ryan and Julio out there playing pitch and catch. You know where the ball is going. Double team or not, Matt Ryan throwing him the ball, and he know where to be, and he know where to look for the ball. So that's the things that we're missing on this team with the passing game. It's not all about the plays that you're calling, because that's another thing that I think we kind of keep harping on. Well, Arthur Smith is not calling the right plays. Where when you get off script, that's the players knowing what to do at that point. Forget Arthur Smith and what he called. I've literally seen Matt Ryan and Julio look at each other and say, they know just by eye contact, this is what I want you to do. You see how that corner lined up? We've did this numerous times. So that's where Marcus Mariota and Kyle Pitts and Drake London, they got to get on the same page.
Hey, man, hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, doing that voice does kind of get to you a little bit. So what are you? So as a lot of people know earlier that 92-9 the game, I think had a conversation about Kyle Pitts and what was wrong with him. And I'm just listening to Jew and Mike speak on this. Sounds like somebody's missing somebody.
Missing who?
Sounds like somebody's missing somebody. Who? I guess you say good old number 2, right? And the intangible. What I'm saying on that too, it's kind of going what you're saying as well, as far as the intangibles off the cusp. Like you said, the leadership part of it, the chemistry building exercises that we're known to see here. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not necessarily talking about just on the skill wise, but I'm just talking about the intangible side of things. Because I seen somebody talk about it, like I said, 92-9 the game had a discussion on like what's wrong with Kyle Pitts. And then somebody had made a comment about it Sunday, was saying like, well, if Matt Ryan was here, Kyle Pitts would never went through these problems. And that's why I had the SpongeBob "You Like Krabby Patty's" face when they said that too. You know how he made that face? He's like, You like Krabby Patties, don't you?
Look, at the end of the day, the quarterback got to step up. Look, you can sit up here and talk about him not running the right routes. Look, I'm telling you right now, Jason Witten is probably the slowest tight end in NFL history in year 10. Don't tell me that he can run good routes at that age. Okay? Because he wasn't running good routes. So don't use route running as an excuse for the quarterback not to get the ball to him. That's an excuse. A quarterback should be able to get a fullback who can run a 5-10, okay? If there's a such thing as a 5-10, he should be able to know how to throw the ball to make sure that he gets it. That's the quarterback's job, to make sure he gets into a position where he can catch it, where he likes it. All right, look, I'm going to tell you somebody who's a mobile guy himself. Look, I'm going to tell you this. Look, I'm going to get outside. When I get outside the pocket, all I need for you to do is go the opposite way. I'll make sure that I get you. I'll make sure you get the ball. A tall person is a tall wide receiver. All I need for you to do is do one thing. Go to the sideline. I'll make sure I get it to a certain spot where only you can catch it. These are the things that I'm already telling you. So when you have wide receivers, multiple wide receivers that are not on, they don't have the chemistry, then that tells me that those guys aren't spending time after. They're not spending enough time getting the pass game straight. And like I said, the coach, you got to understand where the head coach is at. The head coach has to make sure that he has everything scheduled at a certain amount of time. He can't spend all day on the passing game. He got the special teams, he got the defense, he got the offense, running back. Everybody has to have enough time on working on certain aspects. It's the player's job to put in the extra work. It's the player's job to put in the extra work. So we see these guys still having chemistry issues. That's all on the players. Mm-hmm. And this instance, this is all on the quarterback. Let me ask you one more question before you go. One more question. You guys remember when Desmond Ridder in training camp? What was the first thing those guys were talking about when it came down to him? The first thing that he did when he got an opportunity, he came. What the first thing that they did? What was the first thing that they said that they loved about him when he got here?
His willingness to work with the receivers.
You see where I'm going with this?
I mean, you ain't telling it like I can answer that easily I can answer that easily because that's been his niche since his sophomore year in Cincinnati. So I already know that.
And that's the thing. He's doing the extra work after practice. Arthur Smith didn't have to tell him to do that. It shouldn't be your head coach's job to tell you to go work harder. Just spend a little bit more extra time. All right, Jude, we're going to do this on this show. We talk about this. Soon as the heavy hitters are off, when it goes off, we talking about the next show. Throughout the entire week, all right, we're going to say this on this show, and we're going to do this. It's something that we do automatically. Ain't nobody got to tell us to do that. That's the problem. It ain't X's and O's. It ain't this guy can't block it. It ain't this guy can't run routes. It's the extra time. This is all on the players. Mm-hmm. In particular, the quarterback. Right. Step it up.
Right. And like I said, even with that too, as the quarterback, as the wide receiving core as well, you still have to make some type of plays because, like you said, the drops that they did have in the last game were inexcusable in a way. They were inexcusable. So it's not just on the quarterback, but it's just on the whole unit in itself. Like you said, the wide receivers have to make the plays. Like you said, Mariota had 11 incompletions. I mean, he was 11 for 23. No, 12 for 23. So he had 11 incompletions, and half of them were dropped in open situations. So as far as you talk about the chemistry with Kyle Pitts, has to step up. But the wide receivers have to make the plays, and they have to make the smart plays as well too. So I'm not gonna put it all on Mariota on that nonsense. And I know you're not putting it all on Mariota neither.
It got to go both ways. Like we said, it's a two-way street. You know, we're a team like us three up here.
Exactly.
How many times we talked about when the offense mess up, I need the defense to make a play. I need the special teams to make a play. You got to pick each other up. I'm not going to throw every perfect pass. Like, I don't know if you guys remember on Sunday, but to me, the glue on that wide receiver core is Olamide Zaccheaus. He always comes up with a big catch. On Sunday, it was a third down. He threw the ball behind him, but he still caught the ball. And you heard, Jonathan Vilma say, this is a tough catch because his body's going in one direction and he was able to spin around and still catch the ball. But I can't throw every pass pinpoint accurate, perfect. If you touch it, you got to catch it. Like sometimes you got to do me a solid, and make a spectacular catch in a situation where it looks like the ball is uncatchable. And it's the same, it goes both ways. So the team got to pick each other up at the end of the day. But as far as them being on the same page, I definitely agree. And I think we all three agree that they need to know what to do in those scramble drill situations because that's the problem that I'm seeing mainly. It's not the routes when he's 1, 2, 3, 3-step drop the ball coming out. It's those plays where I'm scrambling because pressure done got here. Now we off script. Now we got to know what to do. You know what I'm saying? On those particular plays, either you coming back to the football, you breaking down the field, but I got to know what we're going to do. So I don't have to throw the ball out of bounds because we see a lot of plays where he just throw it out of bounds because the guy stop. Like we seen Kyle Pitts, he's running back. He's thinking he's going deep and he throws the ball deep. And now that Kyle Pitts is caught in no man's land type situation. So we got to be on the same, on the same page. That's what makes those back shoulder fades and those back shoulder throws so hard to stop because the defender don't know where the ball is. They don't know what what the receiver and the quarterback are doing. And that, Aaron Rodgers and a lot of these quarterbacks now are making a living off those type of throws. And I think that the Falcons need to throw more back shoulder throws as well. Because we've seen Drake London, we've seen Kyle Pitts with those guys and their size. We could, especially in the red zone, I really think he's throwing a lot of these balls high. Those need to be back shoulder fades to Drake London and Kyle Pitts in those one-on-one situations. It'll be a lot easier because the defender has his back turned in most of those situations. Stop trying to always throw, have them high point the ball. Just throw it behind their helmet. If they ain't looking at you, those back shoulder fades, it's hard to stop. And a lot of the times you're going to get a pass interference because you face guarding 90% of the times if you're in man coverage.
So what you said is Mariota need to stop trying to go for alley-oops and just pass the ball down to the post.
Hey, throw it right where they not looking. Throw it right behind their ear. Throw that ball and put it on the money. I'm telling you, Drake London and Kyle Pitts has great body control. Those guys, everything don't have to be, let me throw, like I said, throw an alley-oop. Because a lot of the times those are hard to get your feet in bounds. If you throw the back shoulder fade, it's easier for a receiver to get his feet in bounds. That's the problem with throwing everything high in the red zone. They do say throw it high, in a lot of situations, if you're in the back of the end zone. But a lot of those plays where I seen on Sunday, if you go back and look at the ones where Drake London was in the red zone in those one-on-one situations, he was just throwing it too high, selling all of his passes instead of just throwing a back shoulder fade.
What you remember what I was saying about his throwing style?
He looks to throw it hard.
Put some touch on that thing.
That's the problem.
He said you can't strong stroke that motherfucker. You gotta know how to serenade a little bit.
Problem. He's trying to Brett Favre everything. This is what look, I've been saying this for almost 3-4 weeks. He's looking to throw the ball hard.
Which means he's looking for the deep shot.
How to put touch on.
He's comfortable throwing the deep ball.
He just that's it.
That's
it. That's the problem.
That's practice too, Mike, and that's why he's saying this on the quarterback. Because Mike Vick was the same way. He wanted to do everything like a bullet pass, and that's one thing that I can say in the preseason that I saw with Desmond Ridder a little bit more than Mariota is he understood. Like if he was throwing Keith Smith or one of those guys to football, you would see him just lightly just float it. Don't even put no mustard on it. Especially if you're throwing it to like your fullback. You don't have to, like you said, everything I gotta be a bullet.
I'm about to say for all you Madden players, stop holding down the goddamn pass button when you try to throw it to a fullback going to the flat. He is not catching it.
That's it. This is the reason why. Look, I tell people we got so much scrutiny for quote unquote being Matt Ryan apologists. When I'm telling you, when I say over and over and over again, I spend hours and hours and hours watching quarterbacks. I'm obsessed with quarterbacks, okay? When I tell you his major problem is he does not know how to put touch on the ball when they're going across the middle. When you see Marcus Mariota throwing the ball, it's always hard over a guy's head and real fast. It's never, all right, I throw it with a little bit of touch on it. And shut up, K-Style. Don't even say that.
Why are you telling me to shut up, bro?
Because I see that damn smirk on your face.
I'm just letting everybody talk about just tap the damn button. That's what I'm laughing at. Just tap the damn button.
Lob, not bullet. It's the way that he's not comfortable. I'm telling you guys as a quarterback, Marcus Mariota is not comfortable putting touch on the ball. So that's why it's a lot of hesitation. It's a lot of hesitation because he's not. Go ahead.
You know what that goes back to? That goes back to trust. And that's why I say with those back shoulder throws and the floating the ball, like these receivers on the other hand, he got to know that you're going to make an effort to catch the ball. And that's the reason why I got so mad with Demir Bird in that overtime when he threw the ball deep. It's like, you got to fight for the football, because if I throw the ball and I don't think that you're going to make an effort for it, I am going to just throw it out of bounds. Like if I can't trust you that you're going to fight and do everything you can to catch a football, then I am going to throw it hard, or I'm going to throw it out of bounds because I don't trust that you're going to do everything you can to catch it. And that's one thing when you're talking about being slow. I say you talk about Jason Witten. You could say it, Tony Gonzalez. He was the same way when he was with the Falcons. He had lost a lot of his speed when he was playing with Matt Ryan. But if you go look at a lot of those catches that he made, especially in the red zone, Matt Ryan would just lightly float it, throw it right over the top. And he was known for going up and just high pointing the ball, even if it was between two defenders. Just throw it up. He going to box them out, and he going to make the catch. So it's the same thing with those guys. That's all practice. I'm going to lob it up, Kyle Pitts. I'm going to lob it up, Drake London, and give you an opportunity. But what I would be telling those wide receivers is don't make me look bad. Because if I float it up here, you better fight for it. You gotta, and that's the part of it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you got to trust. And like you say, he's not trusting those guys. That's why he's throwing it out of bounds. When you see a quarterback throwing it out of bounds, I don't trust you.
Well. As the Reverend Jew says, both of you motherfuckers better get it done. Because if you don't, the Lord will strike beyond thee, and you shall lose this game. Put $5 in the collection plate. Hallelujah. But, yeah, man. Yeah, definitely, man. I'm going to get to my key right quick. But, I wanted to make another analogy based on this. And like I said, this is going to kind of play key into my key as well. as we all know, Mike, you are a very avid wrestling fan. Am I correct? I think they know that. I think they know that about us right now. Am I correct?
Maybe. Maybe.
When we see a wrestling match with AJ Styles, right? Smooth as hell in the ring, very safe to work with. Everybody loves his matches, right? This is what Mike is talking about as far. This is what we're kind of talking about as far as the offensive flow goes. We need an AJ Styles match. Right now, we're having matches like Ryback. It ain't working.
That's it. There's a bunch of power. That's all we got. It's just a bunch of power moves, body slams, and going through tables.
Stiff as hell, injuring people, bro.
Yeah.
We playing like Nia Jax right now. We hurting people. We hurting our damn self.
Yep.
But yeah, it's gonna go into my key. K Styles. What's up? Get the graphic. And my key is win, and win some more. It's not as flashy as what the other two said. Win some more. There's a reason why we say that. You have to win your matchups. You have to win in your assignments, and you can't afford to lose this game. So all that other shit we've been talking about, you throw that shit out the window. Drew said it earlier. The Carolina Panthers literally played the same exact game the Falcons did last time. And right when it got down to time, that's when the Carolina Panthers passing game took off. The defensive line has to play much better in the run game. We cannot have a repeat of the Deontay Foreman running for 100 and something damn yards and 3 touchdowns. This cannot happen this game. We cannot, like I said, the Falcons DBs cannot be out here missing assignments on plays that they should have been making. Well, they got rid of that. They got rid of his ass for doing that. One is that play like that, but offense. We have to score points. We have to win possessions. We have to score touchdowns. Younghoe Koo can't, like I said, we can't be relying on Younghoe Koo to be kicking field goals out here. Not saying that he can't do it. You just don't want to have to make that a necessity. So basically, all the players are going to have to win their jobs. They're going to have to do their jobs. They're going to have to win their matchups out here. Because, like I said, this is a must-win game. You can't afford to drop this one. The Falcons have put themselves in this situation right now where they can't drop this game. I mean, even if you would have beat the Chargers, you still can't really drop this game. But it is magnified right now. Oh yeah, just I guess somebody in the background was definitely feeling me on that one because I heard something yelling back there. We have to treat this game like a hardcore match. You got to win by any means necessary. That means you can't be caught lacking out here. I'm gonna just say it for better terms. You can't be caught lacking out here. Like I said, Matt Hennessy is on IR right now. Elijah Wilkinson is on IR right now. So I guess it's up to Cody. I guess it's up to Gossick to fill that spot right now. We still haven't heard word from Jalen Mayfield, so we don't know. But we have to assemble balance on offense, and we got to get off the field on third down on defense. This is how you win your possessions. This is how you win on defense. You get off the field on third down. You get timely stops. You get turnovers. That's a win. You score touchdowns. You maintain clock of possession. That's how you win. You flip field position, make it tough on the Carolina Panthers to do their damn thing. That's a win. Hence the key: win some more. That's all I gotta say on that, man. What y'all got on that?
You said it all. You said it all, man. It's no excuse. This game, we gotta have it. Period. We gotta have it because of the way that we dropped the first game to the Saints. We got robbed in the second game, or the first game against the Bucks in our second division game. We were able to pull out that win against Carolina, but this game you got to have it. We can't afford. And I seen Bubba Gump said 1-3 in the division is the death wish. Yeah, like you playing with fire if you lose this game. So I mean, Carolina, we just a better team. Let's just be real. We know that the NFL is not about the better rosters, but the Carolina Panthers, they fired their whole coaching staff. They have nothing to lose. They got about 3 quarterbacks. They don't know which one they want to play. Like, this is a team. If we say that we're a good organization and we're trending in the right direction, this is a game where you got to put the league on notice that, like, I don't even, to be honest with you guys, I just want to win. But this game, I don't even want it to be close. Like, I want the Falcons to go out there, put your foot on their neck. You know, the last game, when you let a team hang around, the last game, the way that DJ Moore caught that pass, that's what happens when you let a team hang around that you have no business let hang around in the game with you. So by any means necessary, you got to have this one. Point blank in a period, as you said, you got to make the plays. I talk about those 3 to 4 plays in a game that'll change the game. In this game, you got to make every one of them, period. You can't afford to lollygag. You can't afford to have missed assignments, drop open passes. You can't afford to have 3 and outs because that's what's really, to me, that's been killing the Falcons. Even in this last game, you jump out to a big lead, but then you get those 3 and outs where you give the Chargers momentum. So in this game, you got to avoid those 3 and outs. Like, what people don't pay attention to, and these are the small, intricate details of the game, when you get those first downs, because we're running the ball and we're controlling tempo, the clock is steady running. So even if you don't score, but you get 2 or 3 first downs in a drive, that clock's steady running, steady running, steady running. But when you get those 3 and outs, you turn the ball, get a ball right back to the opposing offense with your defense pretty much not rested. That's when those Deontay Foreman runs, what we seen in the fourth quarter in that last game, that's when those 2 and 3 yards in the cloud of dust turn into a 15-yard run, a 10-yard gain. You know what I'm saying? So they're playing the same exact style that we're trying to play. They're going to make it a rugged, tight football game. They're going to try to wear down our defensive line because they know we're not the biggest, group up front. So it's going to take everybody in that front 7. It's going to take everybody. But like you said, you get off the field on third down and you sustain drives. You keep your defense off the field and keep them rested. They play a lot better. So it's going to be up to both of it. Ties in together. If the offense sustains drives, stays on the field on third downs, you give those guys like Grady Jarrett and that defensive line rest. You turn it over, or you get 3 and outs and keep putting your defense back on the field where they're playing too many snaps. That's when those body blows, as Rocky, the boxer Rocky, those body blows start to hurt. Those real gut punches, liver punches, them things start to hurt in the fourth quarter. So you gotta, sustain drives. Third down is going to be huge, and you gotta stay out of the turnovers. You gotta prevent turnovers. You gotta stay out of the 3 and outs, and you gotta sustain drives. Those are like the 3 big things that this team has to do, because those 3 and outs have been killing us. Third downs on both sides of the ball, offense and defense.
Well, I don't think you have to win. I think you just got to pick up ball. The reason why I say pick up ball is because when the offense has 2, 3 and outs, that's when the defense needs to step up. When the defense give up a couple touchdowns, all right, offense, I need you to come run the ball, chew up some clock until the defense finally get their stuff together. I need special teams, all right? If offense and the defense is, they playing, the offense is not playing well, but the defense is holding the Panthers tight. Well, special teams. I need Avery Williams to come out and get a big run. I need Young Wei Koo to kick 4, 5 field goals. I need him to play pick-up ball. That's what we didn't play. When the offense got off to a sluggish start, guess what? That's what happened to the Panthers game. We played some pretty good ball. I still say that we played pretty good ball against the Panthers. But the problem is we didn't play pick-up ball. When the offense was off to a good start, the defense sucked. When the defense finally get to it, then the offense got off to a slow start. Then we had the missed field goal. So we didn't play good pick-up ball. So in order for us to win and continue to win, you got to play good pick-up ball. When I see you not shooting the ball well, guess what? I'm going to try to tell you, all right, go on the post. I'm going to try to give you some easy. Just follow me. You stay right here. Follow me around. I'm going to get you the ball, and I'm going to get you an easy shot. These are the things the Falcons need to do. Pick up complimentary, pick up ball. Pick up your teammate. And this is what you was alluding to earlier. We're not playing good pickup ball. We had an opportunity last week with the fumble. Guess what? We got a break. We picked the team up and then take on ground, end up fumbling. And like I said, I understand him trying to make a play, and I don't blame him for making a play, but I do blame him for not being a smart football player. I'll get down what Coach Smith said. You got to be a smart football player. You know damn well, okay? I'll get all that confidence booster. That's exactly what he's supposed to say in the media. But I guarantee you, behind the closed door, he said, "Sit your fat ass down. Just sit your fat ass on the damn ground." But that's what all I was doing. What are you doing? We got the ball back. Get down. I promise you, he got chewed out for that.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we talk about: complimentary football. Pick up ball. Pick your team up. Pick them up. Pick them up. That's one of the things that has plagued us for quite some time. For the last 6 to 7 years, we are awful at pickup ball. Matt Ryan has, an amazing game. He got like 400 yards. Julio got 200. 5 touchdowns. Julio got 3 of them. Calvin Ridley got the other 2. And guess what? The damn defense done gave up 700 damn yards. Almost pick up. This is what we talking about pickup ball. This is why Tom Brady has so many championships because they playing pickup ball, great pickup ball. In the Super Bowl against the Rams, that offense was absolute dog shit. But guess who picked him up? That damn defense of the Patriots. You gotta see where I'm going here. You see what we're talking about?
I could sum that up in one damn sentence.
Mm-hmm. Just like, just
one band,
different...
one band, one sound.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
At the end of the day, it was whether it be offense or defense. You're still under one name, the Atlanta Falcons. And the Atlanta Falcons either going to win, lose, or tie.
Mm-hmm. Got to pick your boys up when, like I said, stop being the damn hero and understand the situation.
I want everybody
be the hero.
Look, I want everybody to go look up Keith Traylor's interception return almost for a touchdown and see how he held that motherfucker.
Oh my God. that's what we're talking about. Understanding the situation.
So, like you said, what from when y'all heard from the post game show, I was real mad as hell about it. The issue necessarily what Mike is talking about is not necessarily that he ran the ball back, is how carelessly he ran the ball back. That's why he fumbled. It was careless. I would say you got to be smart about it.
Understanding the situation.
Drake London, when you catch the ball, get your ass down or go out of bounds. Because these and shout out to LT. He literally just showed us the two receptions that Drake London had. The first one, they tried to rip it out of his hand the first time.
Mm-hmm.
They was unsuccessful. The second time, they said, Khalil, come get this ball, and they snatched it up off him. Because the thing is, what the Chargers did with Drake London, they didn't even try to tackle him. They held his ass up. Like, okay, we gonna try to get this ball from you because you know your ass ain't going down. So that's up to Drake London right now. When you catch the ball, you gotta pick your fights. Every possession is not a fucking war.
It goes back to what Mike just said. Play smart football. Know the situation. It's a time and a place for everything. Because my parents used to always say, that won't the time for you to be trying to fight for extra yardage when you're on the 5-yard line and we in scoring range. And you got the first down. He had the first down. Just run out of bounds, get down. Like he said, stop trying to be everybody trying to be the hero and just do your job, but understand situations. Sometimes we do need you to fight for extra yards. If it's 4th and inches, okay, fight like hell to get to the first down yard line. But in that situation, he had no reason to be fighting for extra yardage right there, or even trying to go for a touchdown when you got to know the situation. You have the first down. You're in the red zone. You have all of the momentum. Get down.
Mm-hmm. So it just comes down to it at the end of the day. We just got to make the plays when we need to be made. It's just plain and simple, man. But got about, I always be saying this shit, but we'll see how long this lasts. We got about a 10 minute maximum. Let's do Q&A. We got 10-minute Q&A here. So I'm gonna be on time watch here. So any questions y'all got, y'all go ahead and put them in the damn chat. You know what happens when it comes down to it, man. We talk about a 5-minute Q&A turn into a 45-minute discussion on absolutely whatever pops up. Yeah, Sonya asked this earlier too. She said, do you think Mariota really wants to step up and be a leader? I'll tell it to you like this. You ain't got no damn choice. That's about as real as I can put it. You ain't got no choice.
Look, I'll say it like this. The not everybody have leadership qualities. But that shouldn't stop you from trying to be a leader. See what I'm going? That's it.
Mm-hmm.
At times, I just want to sit in the corner, watch Star Wars, watch Boy Meets World, watch football, and play a video game. That's all I want to do. But sometimes I need to step up, give a little kid, some advice, give my homeboy some advice, give him family advice. Like sometimes I have to do that type of stuff. I don't want to do it. I'm not a very talkative person, but despite me being on this damn talk show, I'm really not a very talkative person. But guess what? It's something that you got to do. It's really that simple. Like I said, not everybody has, leadership qualities, but that shouldn't stop you from trying to be a leader.
Exactly. And shout out to Brian Peoples with the $1.99 super chat. As he already see, I see you gotta maybe bring out the peace fan today. Said, who is y'all X factor for this game?
That's you. This is all you.
Yeah, I told him my defensive play X factor, but I'll say it again for Brian Peoples. If he wasn't in here, it's Rashaan Evans on the defense, because this is going to be a game where they're going to run the ball a lot. And Rashaan Evans has been one of those guys that Mike been talking about him for weeks. And if you just watch the way he's playing right now, I think he's 6th in the league right now in tackles, with 85 tackles on the season already. So he's going to be well over 100. Knock on wood if he stays healthy. So he's playing like a man possessed right now. He's just always around the football. He's just a leader, as what Mike was just talking about. He's a leader. And that's why I was going back to just give him the green dot on his helmet, because to me, the green dot to me personally is for the leader of the defense, not so much just about calling the plays, but somebody that's infectious. When you see him out there making tackles, you see somebody wrapped up. You seen it on Sunday. One of the corners had one of the running backs wrapped up. They had blew the whistle, but Rashaan Evans still came and clinked the dude up, clinked the dude clock. And that's what I like to see. As Brian Dawkins used to always say, put some stank on it. If you see somebody try to stay on their feet, a running back or a wide receiver or a tight end, we got them wrapped up. Oh, we're going to make sure you go to the ground. You trying to stay up, Rashaan Evans is good for cleaning up tackles. So I think it's Rashaan Evans on the defense, because that dude was just flying around. On the offense, as far as the X factor, I say it every week, but now I have to add another name in there. I always say Cordell Patterson, because that dude is just a beast. But Tyler Algier is right there behind him. That dude came into his own. This last game, he showed me that he's going to be Cordell Patterson 2.0. That's the baby. Cordell Patterson Jr. is Tyler Algier. Both of those guys, they run the ball. Really, it's a three-headed monster, because Huntley's not too far behind them. Those three guys are, to me, what gets that offense going is the running game. That's what this team, our identity is. When these guys are running the ball, it's infectious. You can see the team, the offensive line, they're coming downhill, finishing plays where guys wrapped up, they running downfield, pushing the pile. Like this running game is what makes this Atlanta Falcons team go. It's basically the gas to the engine for this team. So I'll say it's got to be the running game, the three-headed monster, Cordell Patterson, Algier, Huntley, and I'll say on defense, it's got to be Evans. To me, that dude is a leader. When I watch him play, he's out there. He's all over the place.
See, it's the one thing about having stuff like fans. It's like very soothing. As y'all see me, I'm doing this right now. It's like a very calm atmosphere. That when you hear the minister speak and when you hear Mike speak, you always get in this place of serenity. This is why the heavy hitters are together. Like I said, we come together as a team, and we give y'all points, but we always have this sense of serenity, this sense of calmness. So when you see anything about optimism about the Falcons, this is why. because everybody's looking for that calming force. Quote K Styles, nevermore. But
that was one of my favorite poets, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about Edgar. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, kind of like X Factor too. I ain't gonna really be too long on this, but I'm gonna give an X Factor for this game too, man. And like I said, y'all not gonna believe me when I say this. Who is my X Factor for this game? I'm going Keith Smith.
Man, I know it's gonna be some weird shit. You ain't fooling me. You fooling them.
I didn't say it was weird. I said it was unexpected. There's a difference. Like I said, Keith Smith has been a very integral part of this run game all year. I can't really see him being no much more than that. I could see him continue going down that road. But if you're able to sneak him on a couple passes, it could change the dynamic of this offense real quick tomorrow. And plus, I'm very biased on fullbacks anyway, as y'all already know. So, yeah. And defensively, Isaiah Oliver is going to be my X factor defensively.
You know I'm happy with that one.
Yeah, I got to. Like he's my main overall X factor is Isaiah Oliver because they had, like I said, even in that first Carolina game, he was still trying to get his feet wet just a little bit. I think you're gonna get the full IO experience in this game.
I'm gonna say this. Y'all give one. I'm gonna say because what I saw for my linebackers, they got punked before. With the exception of Evans, like you got him, like he got punked the fuck out. He got punked out, and I'm talking about Michael Walker. He played like absolute dog shit. And I don't know. I'm gonna say Troy Anderson, man, because you're gonna have Chuba Hubbard for the most part. I think he's gonna be back, and you're gonna have Dante Foreman. They're running backs. Dante Foreman in particular, he punked the linebacker crew out. So they're gonna need a physical specimen. They're gonna need a physical. Somebody step up physically and say, "All right, this shit is not happening again." And I'm saying it right now that Troy Anderson is gonna have to tell Michael Walker to sit his little bit of ass down. I got this. It's about to be the T1000 show. I think he's gonna show his physical dominance in this game. That's the X factor of the game. He ain't sit his little ass down. I'm sick of him getting ran damn through. He working damn Kardashians. He gets ran through every time. Talking about he getting chucked aside by some damn body.
Yeah, like I said, that's what I've been disappointed on. I haven't seen too much of Troy Anderson that much these last couple games. I think we need to see him get some more playing time. Feel me? But let's go ahead and wind the show down up for the night. Definitely got a conversation going. Let me go ahead and put some of this music on. Now, as I wave the fan of justice, the calm, we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in to this rendition of the Heavy Hitters, where we give you the stats, the facts, and the truth. And we give you a little bit of entertainment on the side. So, why don't y'all do us a favor? Make sure you hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. And share this for Mad Mike Sports. Subscribe to Jew Talk Sports. And 6-Man K Styles. So until next time, people. No. No.
Hit the damn subscribe button. A lot of y'all just be pussyfooting on because y'all don't want to get 50 million damn notifications. But look, you ain't got this. Hit the subscribe button and turn that shit off if you don't want a notification. Just hit it. Okay, hit it. Hit it.
Hit that like
button.
button.
Hit everything else. Just hit the damn subscribe button.
What's that? Wait, say hit that subscribe button. How you would hit your face, hit your crush.
Just looking at it. We tiptoeing around it like Mike Davis, right? Actually, hit the damn thing. Hit it.
That's
Trust
what your
me,
women
love when you hit it.
Yeah.
They don't like when you tiptoe around it.
Yeah, nah. But you got to do it with consent, though. Don't just go and forcibly do it now. We are not advocating for that shit, and you will get your ass whooped.
I mean, it depends on the situation, but you're right, K-Style.
No, I'm talking about in consensual context. We're going by consent here. Now, don't be going out here just trying to.
I'm just saying, all right, because you got some people that they'll probably go ahead and told Mike told me to do it. Nah, I ain't saying nothing like that.
But yeah, definitely, man. Like I said, as we continue on this journey every week, just giving y'all our thoughts over here as the Heavy Hitters, man. We definitely learn a lot, not only just from us being on here, but from y'all and y'all feedback and the conversations we do have. This is the goal that we do have over here. It's about having the conversation. Not a lot of disagreements. That's fine. Ain't nobody gonna call you dumb unless you insult somebody's person. Now, once you start insulting people's person just because of their opinion, y'all talking about war games. It'll be a war in here. So, make sure y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Because we ain't here to play. We here to stay.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't got to go home. But you gotta get the hell up out of here. And the Heavy Hitters is here. Ain't going nowhere. Prove it, ask me where the fan came from. This fan been here for about 10 minutes. Y'all just realized I was actually doing it. Deuce.